From Wilmot, Wisconsin, welcome to the 2015 Battle of the Borders, hosted by the Wisconsin Lightning. This afternoon, the 18U Championship, featuring the Kenosha Cyclones and the Oak Park Windmills. Greetings, everybody. Bob Brain, along with my partner, former Wisconsin Lightning player, Elena Konkar. All right, you're not Miss Congeniality. This is the hardware that will go to the winner in this 18U contest. And when we talk to both coaches, you try to get a little scouting report here. Both say the exact same thing. We're both solid teams. We both do everything very well. But when you press them, and you press this Windmills team, well, they hit the ball exceptional. That's really their calling card.
Right, their coach emphasized we want to get them on, get them over, and get them in.
That's what it's all about. They're going to try to bash the softball here. And for Kenosha, press them, and they will say their defense is exceptional. How important is that for their pitcher in the circle?
Right, at this level of the game, it's important for your pitcher to have a great defense behind her to have confidence.
All right, both teams are balanced. We'll see what gives here in our 18U championship. The Windmills and the Cyclones. Starting lineups, opening pitch just around the corner.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Back here in Wilmot, and we're putting a camp on Championship Sunday here on Father's Day with our 18U Championship between Oak Park and the Kenosha Cyclones. Bob along with Elena and our crew here in Wilmot, Wisconsin. All right, let's do a quick recap while we have a chance. We started the championship early this afternoon with a different Kenosha Cyclones team. They won the championship, and all of a sudden, it was a tough battle going back and forth, and all of a sudden, what was it, 13-run inning in the sixth inning to break open a close game and win 21-4 and take that 14U championship.
Yeah, they're being a hard, undefeated Wisconsin Bandits team. It was a very impressive win.
And then following up in the 16U, we just saw that a short time ago, and it turned into a pitcher's duel early on, but then the home run ball came out, right, and we saw the Beverly Bandits. They were the winners 6-4, and it was two swings, 2 3-run home runs.
That's right. They're very important because it helps Sue Play, the Bandits pitcher, get in some rhythm and help her confidence. Yeah,
Sue Play already making her verbal commitment to pitch at Northwestern in the future, so they backed her up with the 2 big swings, the 2 3-run home runs, as they won it 6-4. So here we've got the 18U Kenosha Cyclones team taking on the Windmills from Oak Park, Illinois. The Cyclones will swing the sticks first. Let's meet the Kenosha Cyclones.
Hi, I'm Amar from the Kenosha Cyclones 18U, and here's our lineup. Hitting first is Maddie. Hitting second is Carly. Hitting third is Courtney Ellingson. Hitting fourth is Courtney Reeves. Hitting fifth is Cindy. Hitting sixth is Cassie. Hitting seventh is Sammy. Hitting eighth is Katie. And hitting ninth is me. And our flex is Alyssa Lacey.
Pretty smile there, and good job to rip through the Cyclones roster. And Paige Alt in the circle, the right-hander. Got a little quick scouting report on her as well. Again, this is a team that does everything well. They don't do it great. They don't lean on Paige to be the savior and get it done and strike out the side, but she will throw strikes. She will keep the ball low, and then, of course, she's got the big bats on offense to help carry the load as well.
That's right. She has a great rise ball, great changeup, and she also is almost in the high 60s. So that's great speed for her age.
Indeed. The umpires, 3 of them. Russell, Gene on the bases, Dave Watkins calling balls and strikes behind the plate. So the throwdown, and we're all set for the 18U championship here at the Battle of the Borders. 15 teams battled in the 18U division in pool play. And whittled it down to these 2 combatants. The winner is going to have to wrestle the trophy away from Elena that you saw in our open. Maddie Kilby will lead things off. And the first pitch from Paige Alt is in there for a strike. Maddie, great bat skills, excellent bunter, finds ways to create havoc and get on base. But you can also hit for power and average, so has good versatility in that leadoff spot. Smart base runner when she is aboard. Understands the game, tireless worker. Head coach Dwayne Kilby knows that firsthand as Maddie reaches with a bouncer, hard hit on this hard surface. It rained overnight, so there was some softness in the morning. There you see Dwayne Kilby. But the sun has really baked this infield, and now anything hit on the dirt, Elena, and you can get balls like that can squirt into the outfield.
Yeah, and these players just know exactly where to place the ball. She saw that there's an opening between third and shortstop, and she knew she was going to go right in that spot.
Here's Carly Lang now, the center fielder. Tries to bunt her way on, misses 1-1. Lang's like Maddie Kilby, who's on base at first. Good bat skills, but also has some power to all fields. Good to have that at the top of the order, that versatility, as the bunt dribbles foul. To set the table here, yes, you want them to find ways to get on. But later, if the bottom of the order is on and you come up, then it's nice that you've got players like Kilby and Lang that can put the ball to the deepest part of the ballpark as well. 1-2. Good scoop by Stees, the catcher, 2-2.
And these hitters are very important for the infield because the infield's always on their toes. They don't know what to expect. Third base and first base usually go up with a bunter for the first and second batters in the order, but if they know they're power hitters, they have to respect them.
Swing and a miss as that ball from Paige Alt. Good movement. Came in down the middle, and then watch it sail out and the chase.
Yeah, it just dropped a little bit at the end, and those tiny inches that it drifts down, that's enough for a batter to miss.
So one down. Ellingson now, the pitcher, will face her counterpart and takes a strike. Courtney, good power to all fields. And we'll see her in the circle in the bottom of this frame. Takes a ball in the other box, 1-1. Alt rocks, fires, too high, 2-1. It was interesting when you and I talked to these two coaches, and you kind of toss it out there. What do you do well? What's the calling card? What's the theme of your team? Both said the same thing.
Yeah.
And nothing really jumped off the page until you press them a little bit, and then things that might be X factors, might be difference makers. The defense for Kenosha is Ellingson rips it, and for Oak Park, they have the ability to put up some big crooked numbers offensively.
But again, that's why these two teams are in the championship.
Mm-hmm.
If a team has every single aspect down to a T, then you're going to win some games.
Right. To the third baseman, Farah. She'll go to second and get the out there. Nicely done. Gloved it, and Schumacher, the second baseman, came over and got it in stride to get the lead runner. 2 down.
Yeah, it's great here. She keeps it in front of her, and she knows she has so much time to throw to second, and she waits for her second baseman to cover. That's the important key. Otherwise, it's going to go in the outfield.
Mm-hmm. And Schumacher hustling over to make the grab. And now Courtney Reeves, the catcher, takes a strike. Great power to all fields from that cleanup position. Takes the ball low, 1-1. Courtney, one of the hardest workers on this team, but also has that good character and that easygoing personality. Helps keep the team loose. Got to have one, at least one on every team.
Especially if you're a catcher. Keeps your pitcher loose.
You would know, right? You're keeping me loose here this afternoon. 3-1, working carefully to the cleanup hitter, Reeves. Alt rocks, gets the comebacker. Room service put out, and the final put out in the top half of the first inning here in Wilmot. The Windmills will swing the sticks when we return.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Welcome back to Wilmot. Kenosha nothing. Oak Park Windmills. Their batting order looks like this.
Hi, I'm Jordan Fair from the Oak Park Windmills Blue, and here's our lineup for tonight. Leading us off, we have Ava, the Speed Demon. We have Ari, the Smiler. We have Paige and then Maeve, the Whip Duo. And then we have Ellie, and then we have me. And we're also a Whip Duo every once in a while. And then we have Danny, she's cool. Kaylee, she's cooler. And then Amanda flips it back to the top. All right? Have a good night.
Ah, yes. Having a little fun there. Little photo bombing in the background as well. And they will face in the circle Courtney Ellingson, the southpaw. And she's a great defender, good athlete, has a strong arm, so doesn't mind throwing a lot of pitches. And as we talked about in the open, Elena, for her, it's not about dominating in the circle and just carrying the team. She knows she's got great defenders behind her.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And when you have a great defense like that, then you have so much more confidence and you're able to pitch for strikes and know that your defense is going to back you up.
Steez, the catcher, leads off for Oak Park. And there's your head coach for the Windmills. Mike Solberg. He's got his longtime hitting coach as well. Bruce Morgan talked to Bruce. In fact, Mike kind of deferred to Bruce and said, no, you want to know the batting order? Talk to my hitting coach. Strikeout there to retire Steez for the first out. And there's one away. And the batter will be Lee Ciata, the right fielder. So quick work by Ellingson to get the first strikeout of the leadoff hitter. Every team is different, Elena, and sometimes you do see, like Oak Park, the catcher in the leadoff spot.
Yeah. Most teams have catchers, someone the end of the lineup, sometimes cleanup because they're sometimes bigger girls because
right. Yeah.
you got a lot to back up there. But some catchers have crazy speed, and when you have crazy speed, you have to be in the top of the lineup.
Yeah, got to take advantage of it.
Yep.
There's the hitting coach. That's Bruce. He was chatting up his team and proud that they were playing in this championship. Lee Ciata pop fly to the pitcher, Ellingson. 2 down in easy fashion here. And now she'll face Alt, the pitcher. Page gave up the leadoff single, but settled down after that in the top half of the first. Courtney, tough competitor. One of those leaders by example in the circle for this Cyclones team. It's usually the pitcher that has that role, but not always. But if anything, they can be tone setters. They could set the mood. 2-0 pitch. There's a strike, 2-1.
Yeah, most girls on a team feed off their pitcher. The infield, the outfield, the catcher. And then when they go out to hit, they feed off the energy, the positive energy of a pitcher. So it's great that pitchers have great attitudes. They're always supporting their team.
Strike to Paige. Count evens at 2-2. Watch Paige in the box. She's getting her bouncy bounce rhythm. And then settles, squares, loads up, and fouls it off. So back to the bouncy house we go.
Every batter has a different rhythm.
Yep.
And it's just a mental thing. It really helps them get in a groove and relax out there. Sometimes when I swing, I sing a song in my head and it helps count down.
Really?
Yep. I was taught that when I was a kid.
Count goes full. And what song would that be? Did you have a favorite, or was it like, jukebox where you just...
No, I picked a different song every tournament.
No, so it was like...
Mix it up.
Yeah. Shuffle play on the iPod, right?
None of those oldies, no offense, but
Yeah.
I do like the country, though.
Back to the fence. Nice running catch in front of the fence by Lang to retire Alt. She was rocking and rolling and almost hit it out of the yard here at the bottom of the first, but we stay scoreless. When are we doing Tim? Are we doing Terry? Back here at the Battle of the Borders, hosted by the Wisconsin Lightning. Joining us here to chat softball while we play on top of the second, Terry Wagner. You're in charge of the Premier Girls Fast Pitch. You kind of keep an eye on things, keep all the chaos in check. What else are your responsibilities?
Well, the PGF is this is the first event we've had here in the state of Wisconsin, and we've been fortunate enough to tie in with this Wisconsin Lightning as a group, and it's been just fabulous on their, putting an operation like this together. So for us, it's been just a certain great event, and we've had a lot of great teams come in here. And as a state director, I said I couldn't be happier in that, working with this group and everybody else here.
And Terry, just in case you were wondering, what's with the get-up? Now you're doing dual roles. You're wearing two caps. You umpire games as well.
Also, I'm the UIC for the tournament this weekend. So umpire in charge.
Someone has to be. What are some of the challenges of running not just this tournament, but really any tournament, so that it does go off without a hitch, as you said?
Well, it's working with organizations like. The group here, Wisconsin Lightning, I said, is that they're a top-grade organization here in the state of Wisconsin, and partnering up and working with them through this, also on getting different sponsorship that we've gotten around the state. Badger Max is the PGF sponsor for the sports drink here in Wisconsin that we just signed a deal with them for all the tournaments that we'll have during the year. So, and we're looking at having around 3 this year. We've got one coming up the third weekend in August in Madison. It'll be the U12 state tournament. So we're going to start expanding it a little bit more, but we want to make sure they're all quality tournaments, and it offers a great opportunity for the kids at an affordable price.
Comebacker for the second out as Wallach is retired. Talking with Terry Wagner, and you mentioned the word expansion. from your vantage point and what you have seen, talk about the growth in the state, in this neck of the woods in the Midwest, and how the talent level has just grown and blossomed before our eyes.
It's the talent level that we have around here. I said we're very fortunate. We've got a lot of local teams in our area, and that are sponsoring. I said it's the Bandits example that won the 16U. Said coming up from Chicago, and I said the Windmill and that stuff out of Illinois. So I mean we have a lot of good local teams. We've got a lot of Wisconsin teams. Wisconsin Lightning is a quality program, and that's another reason that we're here. We had teams down from Kaukauna. They were in the U12, and I think they won the U12 championship earlier today on a different field. So I mean, there's teams within this 150, 200 mile radius that are quality teams, and then we've been pulling. We had a couple teams down from Minnesota, and also I said by that they raised the bar quite a bit because those are also top-notch teams that play around the country and at a national level.
Ramos with the double there. She's aboard with 2 down, and Schaefer, the third baseman, is the hitter. And then Terry, everybody, including yourself, we're all looking ahead. You're always looking towards the future. What can be better? What can grow and make tournaments like this and just the talent level? What can we do and what are people looking to do so that it continues to have growth and that every year there's building blocks?
Well, what we've done is we've taken what the people of the teams have been giving us the feedback already at this event, the first year here, and there's some things that we need to work on. There's some things that are working well, so we're going to adopt those, and then we're going to look at starting to expand and get on the list right away for next year and set the same date again, which is Father's Day weekend. So there's a lot of dads that are here with their kids. And
they'll be fine. They'll get over it.
Yeah.
Throw to the plate and just missing the tag. Ramos scores. And that'll make it 1-0. Schaefer with the little poke job in the right field. And Lisiata comes up throwing, and the play at the plate was close. But sliding in underneath the tag, Ramos, who doubled 1-0 Kenosha. So give the RBI to Schaefer. And Leith will be the hitter. No, I think that's key, Terry, that really, I mean, there is no off season. When the off season, quote unquote, comes, then that's when the planning continues to get 2016 to line up in order.
Right, and by this doing too, we're bringing a top quality event and players into Wisconsin for the first time. So also now, I said a lot of the other teams in Wisconsin that haven't been going to tournaments of this caliber are getting to see and partake in stuff rather than having to travel halfway across the country and expense-wise. So it's trying to bring as it says, a Premier Girls Fast Pitch, a top-notch tournament to the local areas. When
you're wearing the umpire gear and you're dealing with the parents, you gotta have a short-term memory, right? You gotta just have fun with it and realize that, like, hey, we're here for the same reason. We want to get it right, but it's gotta still keep it fun, keep the atmosphere light, right?
The crew that we had, the umpire crew we had this weekend, I said these guys are here because they love the game. It's not because of what they're making.
Right.
I mean, everybody has a good time. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, it's interesting from time to time. Yes, you're right. You wear earplugs from time to time.
Oh yeah. Here's a roller to second base. Schumacher gathers, throws, gets the out, and Kenosha's on the board. Terry, thanks so much, and to use one of your terms, you're out.
Thank you. Have a great day. Thanks
1-0 our score.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
There's our score. Kenosha tallies first in their half of the second. And Oak Park back to the plate. sending up their cleanup hitter, Nelson, to lead it off. Then Ziegler, the first baseman, and Farah, the third baseman. Ellingson had an easy bottom of the first inning. Went 1, 2, 3 with the Oak Park lineup. And the shortstop cleanup hitter will kickstart things here for the Windmills. Yeah, to echo what Terry was talking about, just the convenience of having all these talented teams make the trip here, and you know how expensive this can be for families and players and coaches. Sometimes you're traveling all over the place. It's nice when you can still have a tournament like this that's run so well, that has great competition, and yet affordable, because everyone, it's in their neck of the woods. They can make this work financially.
And that's what the Lightning does so well, is that they look for the best teams in this area. They're not trying to go all around the country and all the different coasts. They're just looking for the greatest competition right here.
And there's plenty to choose from.
That's
High in
right.
the air, left field. Garces has room near the line to make the catch. Nelson just missed it a shade earlier, and that would have cleared the fence, but not this time. One down. Ziegler, the first baseman, will be the hitter. Ellingson, she's retired the first 4 hitters she's faced. Tosses a strike there. Checks the sign. And ahead of the hitter.
Hey, way to get ahead now. 0-2, 0-2. 2 strikes.
Ellingson, very deliberate. Bouncer to Wallach at short. Has to hurry. And not in time. She did hurry. I mean, went through, she did everything right and made a strong throw. Ziegler just beat it out.
Ziegler hit it just soft enough that the shortstop had to run up and get it and then make a perfect throw. And by the time her throw got there, she was just too fast.
Yeah. Throw was perfect. Just a shade late, so Ziegler gets the infield single. First hit given up by Ellingson. And here's Farah, the third baseman. Swings through it. Some pitchers, and you know this being a catcher, they get the softball and right back, toe on the rubber, fire away. They just get into it. It's just catch and release. Go, 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 go. And Ellingson, her routine, as you can see, gets it back, walks to the back of the circle, and then walks back on the rubber, checks the signs, and goes. Here's a little base hit into right field. Ziegler avoided contact, hop step up and over to second base. That's where she is. 2 on with 1 down. And Bashada will be the hitter.
Yeah, she puts her hands, we call that the inside-outside swing. Your hands go in and push the ball out to the opposite field to get the full barrel on the ball.
Yeah, Ziegler did a great job of hopscotching up and over so she wouldn't be called out. And she's the tying run out at second base. Bashada now 1-0. And Ellingson pounds a strike in. And again, the walk back, the turn, and then the approach. Just needs that little moment between pitches to kind of settle herself. Good high heat. And Bashada couldn't catch up, got handcuffed. 1-2. Fouled it off. Fights to hang in there and see more pitches.
One ball, each side.
Two aboard with one down. And Bashada again, hanging in there.
You know, here I would expect the pitcher to throw a little bit of junk now. She sees that the batter is getting a good bat on the ball. She's ahead 1-2. Just give her something, see if she chases.
Yeah. The lefty checks the signs, fires, and base hit over Kilby into right field. He'll send the runner. Throw is cut off. We're tied at 1. I thought Kilby had a chance to snag that softball, but couldn't make the catch. It went past her on a line drive into right. RBI for Bashada. That battle that she had at the plate pays off. We'll tie the ball game.
Yep, even if it's 1-2 or 3-2, you have to expect a strike no matter what. You never know. Always be ready.
And now Schumacher, the second baseman, takes a ball. So 3 straight singles here. She retired the first 4. Ellingson did. 1, 2, 3 in the first. First batter here in the second, but now single, 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 and a run in. Swing and a miss there.
1-1.
Courtney, who attends Racine Case High School, plans to continue at Parkside, just on down the road in Kenosha. And I love on her bio, what do you do besides softball? Eat.
Same.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's yours too. You've worn out the concession stand today here in Wilmot. 2-2. And the
Put on my tab.
yeah. 2 aboard with 1 down. Schumacher waits and swing and a miss. Big punch out there. Throw to first, not in time. Almost double play to end it. They'll settle for the Case. Second one on the day for Ellingson. 2 down.
Yeah, it just keeps floating and floating because she takes some speed off of it, and by that the wind's kind of carrying it a little bit.
Yeah.
And you think it's going to be a strike right when you see it, and then by the time it gets to you, it's just too high.
So number 9 hitter, Lopez, the center fielder, pops it straight up the elevator shaft. Reeves, the catcher, with the gear on, makes the catch to retire the side. Oak Park strikes for their first run of the afternoon and ties this ball game at 1 apiece.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Back here at the ballpark in Wilmot. Bob and Elena with you. Our Twitter handles are there. We're waiting for you.
Hashtag us.
If somebody tweets us, we'll send a picture of us up in the stands announcing the game this afternoon. This evening now, as we close out with the 18U championship. Kilby leads it off in the third. Brand new ball game, tied at 1. Second baseman singled to start the contest. And into the glove of Nelson, who makes the play. Nicely done. Ball had eyes like it was going to center field, but Nelson was there to scoop it away. One down. Both pitchers, by the way, Elena, they are feeling the heat, and they're looking directly into the sun now at this part of the evening.
Yeah, and that might affect how they react to balls if they're hit up the middle. Keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, Paige has got all the gear on. She's got the ribbon in the hair, which that comes first. But then
Of course.
you've got the protection cage and the sunglasses.
And the knee brace.
And the knee brace, right. So all kinds of devices coming at the batter when Paige all delivers. Lang's the hitter now, strikeout victim in the first. But you're right, that may be a factor here because that sun is beating down on the pitchers here on the first day of summer, by the way. Appropriate. And A, they might wear the pitchers out, and B, it's just a bad look for them to be looking directly into that when the focus should be on the plate. 87 degrees here in the evening hours, and there's a walk to Lang.
And about the face masks, it's become so popular these days. The ball's getting hit off the bat so hard, and the reaction time is almost minimal. Gotta keep everyone safe.
First baseman Ziegler is wearing one as well. Sometimes you'll see teams with the entire infield.
Especially third
route.
base.
Yeah.
Third base especially.
Here's Ellingson taking a strike. You got Farah, the third baseman, going sans face mask. Pitcher and first baseman, they're all in.
Some players might think it gets in the way a little bit, which I understand.
Deep to center, up, over, and out. Lopez crashed into the wall hard, trying to make the play. They'll check on her. It's a 2-run home run for Ellingson as Kenosha takes the lead 3-1. But we'll check on the center fielder. She crashed and she is still down. She went all out thinking she had a chance to snag that softball. And then looking up, she's looking up again into the sun, fighting the wind and running to her right. And I think she never saw the wall coming her way because she hit it hard.
She was very determined to catch the ball.
Yes.
And at that point, it's just hard. It's hard to focus on two things.
Take another look as Ellingson off the end of the bat, and then Lopez again. Yeah, she never turned her head. She was tracing the ball the whole time thinking she had a chance. And right there battling the sun, going back, and then proudly expected that she had another foot or two to react and stop.
That's right. And sometimes it helps when outfielders use their hand to hold on to the fence so they know how far they are, or if some fields have warning tracks, that helps a lot. Unfortunately, this field does not, but hopefully she's all right.
Amanda Lopez plays some catcher, some third base from Fenwick High School in Illinois. And I think once the softball cleared, Amanda would have looked back and been able to slam on the brakes in time, but the ball cleared the fence at the exact time that she got to the fence.
Yeah.
And you can see she's holding her wrist, and boom, right there.
Yeah, her arm goes right in between the fence and her chest, and it kind of got jammed there.
So she kind of knew that she was in the vicinity.
Yep.
She put that right arm up, trying to find her way, try to navigate her way around, and that wrist may have absorbed most of the blow.
Yeah.
When she hit the fence.
Bad timing. Just a little bit bad timing. Hope she's okay.
She's standing up, some tears, and I don't blame her.
Yeah, she hit it hard. She was running full speed for that ball. She wanted it.
And they've got an ice pack on that wrist, trying to get the swelling down and get the feel back. Her teammates in the circle back on the infield, concerned with the health of their teammate Lopez.
Looks like she wants to stick this one out.
Yep, gonna wipe away the tears, put the shades back on, and they're gonna make sure that the health will come first. If there's any chance that there's a possibility of something severe, then I think they'll try to talk her out of talking her way back in to stay in.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like she seems to be okay. And yeah, she asked for a ball. She wants to see how she can throw. I think this is the big test. If she feels something loose in her throwing hand.
Yeah, because that's the hand that went back on the fence.
Right. Yeah.
Couple smiles.
Yep.
That's a good sign.
Couple snap throws, trying to get the shoulder cocked back into place.
She looks good.
And she's going to stay in. 2 warm-ups, that's all she needed.
How many would you need? 50?
I'd be out of the game. I'd just say, that's it, take me out.
I
need treatment.
I'd already be at the concession
stand.
stand.
Send me to the clinic, right. Nice effort on that young lady, Amanda Lopez. And she will gut it out here. Meantime, on the scoreboard, and that 2-run jack by Ellingson stakes her to a 3-run lead. And Reeves, the catcher, is the hitter, takes the ball high. Reeves, first AB, hit a comebacker to end the first inning. Tapper off of the catcher.
1-1.
She's got some funky neon batting gloves to go along with the blue and gray camo uniform.
Gotta stand out a little bit.
Yeah, but don't you have to match?
No.
No? Okay.
Now I feel like good.
All
you
right.
look kind of good.
All right.
You would understand.
I am the fashion police, though, so that's why I'm checking, see if this is a violation or not.
No.
All right. 3-1 to the catcher.
Speaking of that home run, it's been a motto today. Pitchers helping themselves out with big hits.
Yeah.
All day. That's great to see.
We saw it in the 16U game where both pitchers were offensive forces. Helped make their jobs easier in the circle. Reeves bounces out to short, 2 down. And Garces, the left fielder, gets her second chance. First chance was a strikeout in the second.
Nelson has some great hands at short. She always waits for that short hop that she can easily get because she knows she's going to have enough time because of her strong arm.
She was one of our photo bombers during the
Oh, yeah, I
card
remember.
introduction. Yeah,
Yep, having a good time.
that was orchestrated well before the actual reading of the lineup card. Slapped foul. They're underway in Oklahoma. The 18U team, Wisconsin Lightning product, playing on the big stage, the big field. We will keep you updated with their progress as well, representing very well down in Oklahoma. 1-2 to Garces, the left fielder. Again, punch foul to the left side. That one just misses. You've seen Garces fouling off to the left side. She's trying to go there. Hits well to the opposite field.
And there's a huge gap in left center. I know she sees that.
And there it is. That's what scouting does, as Farah makes the line drive snag. A 2-run home run in the inning to put Kenosha up 3-1. Photo bobbing, yeah, that's what it's all about with the kids these days.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Back here at Wilmot, 3-1 our score. The Battle of the Borders, hosted by the Wisconsin Lightning. Looky here, we've got the president, Linda Kleen, of the Lightning. Tell us firsthand how the tournament has gone.
The tournament's actually gone amazingly well. We are 162 games in 3 days, 56 teams, 600 girls, and it's been phenomenal for us. Just an amazing weekend, amazing softball. So it's been great.
And you had to battle Mother Nature, as we always do in Wisconsin, early this morning.
We did, yeah. She had a little temper tantrum last night, but we worked through the challenges that she gave us and put us a little bit behind, but we overcame it and we made it through. And now we've got this beautiful evening.
Yeah, it's fantastic. First day of summer. When you start planning this and then when you get closer. And there's a base hit to left. Do you change things? Do you kind of ad-lib things along the way because you can do all the planning and then all of a sudden something like that? Weather or
It does. This is the third year we've actually encountered rain on it. The last 2 years we've had substantially more. So this year we were a little prepared for it. We knew that if we had it, we had a plan in place. So it actually worked out quite well for us considering how it was in the last few years. So, in other years, we've had to move fields around in that. This year, we had 10 fields available to us, so we were really happy with that. Great families, the organization. It really is. We couldn't have done this without all the families that are within the organization. So hard work gave us 120% all weekend long. So and we really do say that the achievements of our organization really are the results of everything our families do as individuals. So it's been wonderful.
This is wonderful for Oak Park. Another run as Alt hits one to the gap in right center to make it 3-2. RBI for her, talking with Linda Kleen. She is the president of the Wisconsin Lightning, team hosting and corralling and running this Battle of the Borders. All right, this year the Premier Girls Fast Pitch joining in to help bring some of these teams here and make this even more competitive, more fun.
Yes, we're really excited because this is the first PGF tournament that's taken place in the state of Wisconsin, so it was really exciting for us to bring that in. And we had a great deal of help from others to do this. So to have it be this successful and to see that we're going to be able to do this again next year. Great turnout, great teams. The competition that the girls have had has been wonderful this year.
Sawed it off. Shortstop is there. Throw to first. Will squirt away, but Alt will stay put. There are two down. And Ziegler will be the hitter. But that certainly helps to make your job easier when the competition's good. Now you're not fishing for teams. You know people want to be here. They want to be a part of the action. They want to be a part of good competition. That allows the Wisconsin Lightning to go about their business and really step things up and just say, hey, look at us.
Yes.
Look what happened this year, and then go from there. Now you've got something that teams will want to be here year after year.
Yes. We've actually had teams inquire already about next year, what our dates are, so we're already working on that. We've talked about what works, what doesn't work, things we want to change. So as exhausted as everyone is, they've had so much fun that we're already talking what can we do to improve it and how can we have more involvement. So, yeah, we'd like to grow it. I mean, we really went from a 15-team tournament now to 56, and how much more we can grow it. We're really excited to see what we can do with it.
And you got to tip your hat, being the president, all the folks here, the volunteers, the parents that help make this happen. If you don't have them, this thing doesn't run.
No, it's all run on volunteers. Everything that we've done here is all done with volunteer work and the families of the organization and the families' friends. We had people come in. We have our 18U team out in Oklahoma playing.
Just underway, in fact.
Yeah, so they actually got their family and friends to come in and help us. So that was amazing that we can reach out and get others to do that. So it speaks volumes for the people within the organization.
And isn't it great that you don't have to pull teeth, that people want to volunteer, they want to be a part of this.
Yes.
They want this to be a success as well.
They do. I have to tell you, we even have a gentleman who's done our chicken recipe for years. His name's Rupert. We had it brought in from North Carolina for that chicken this year. So yeah, so I mean, we get people from all over that want to help us out, and it's just absolutely amazing. We couldn't ask for better families within the organization and the dedication that we have.
I can tell you firsthand, and so can Elena, that Rupert's recipe, he should publish that, and our crew as well. Everybody got a taste of the chicken. Fantastic. That should be like the signature meal here, the official meal here of the tournament every year.
Yeah, he just will not give that recipe. His son drove it all the way back here from North Carolina for us.
Oh, boy. No, that's not fair. Ziegler entices a walk to put 2 on with 2 down, and Farah will be the hitter for Oak Park.
Bob, we're on a mission for that recipe.
I know we are. Linda Kleen is the president. What would you like to, I mean, you said yourself, you're already thinking, as we wrap things up here, you're already thinking about 2016, what you can do. Off the top of your head, what would you like to do to make things even better a year from now?
We've talked about using additional fields. We added a whole new set of fields this year that went great. So it helped us with the backup plan when we had rain. We've talked about changing the menu up some, talked about how every year, sometimes we'll do double elimination. This year we did single elimination. So it's really how can we change the play up and keep it interesting and keep attracting the teams to come back, because if a tournament doesn't change and doesn't evolve, eventually the teams are going to go away. We're going to lose them, and that's not what we want. The organization's been around 11 years now, and we're still continuing to grow and evolve. So it's really a tribute to all the families that have been with us and helped us to grow.
Yeah, keeping it fresh, keeping the teams that do come back, they're not coming back and saying, well, it's the same old thing, so they get a different wrinkle, and then also kind of intriguing teams that are on the outside looking in to say they want to be a part of that. You saw the shot off of Ellingson that Karam, no play anywhere, so bases are loaded with Windmill players, and Bashada will be the hitter. She singled in a run back in the second inning. Smacks it, just foul. That would have been trouble if it goes dumpy dump over the third base bag.
Yeah, this is a big inning for Oak Park. They have 2 outs, down by 1, bases loaded. Time to hammer some in.
It's 3-2 now, Cyclones, but that lead in jeopardy for Kenosha. That one missing. Linda, did you play back in the day?
I played for rec league, but I could never actually play real ball like this. My daughter actually pitches, and when she was younger, she threw a pair of rolled up socks at me and caught me in the wrong place in my neck, and I said, "That's it, I can't catch."
That was enough for Mom.
That's it. Yeah, that's Dad that has to play with her.
Catch made by Ramos. Linda Kleen. Great tournament, great fun. Thanks for all your help, and thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
A run in for Oak Park. It cuts the lead by Kenosha down to 3-2.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
4th inning now. Kenosha, that lead after the home run, put them in front. They stay in front, but just a run ahead, 3-2. Bob Brainerd, Elena Konkar, and our crew here wrapping things up at the Battle of the Borders here in Wilmot, Wisconsin. Wallach, the shortstop, will lead it off for Kenosha. Then Ramos and Schaefer, 6, 7, and 8 in the order. And a tapper to third. Farah was playing in, and that was the proper placement. 1 down. And Ramos will be the hitter. Ramos doubled and scored the first run for Kenosha in the second inning. That one low, ball 1. One thing when Linda was talking and about this tournament here, anytime you play a tournament, baseball, softball, anything outdoors, you can't control Mother Nature. And you can plan for it. That's the best you can do. You can say, if this happens, where are we going? What fields do we do? What do we do with the schedule and the timing? That's all you can do. And you just wait and cross your fingers and hope you get good weather. And the successful tournaments are the ones that do that. They don't panic with things like wet grounds, rainouts, because if it happens, it happens. And there's even lights here surrounding this ballpark in case we got so far behind schedule that we were playing into the evening hours.
Unfortunately, in the past in this tournament, it's that third weekend in June, usually when all the rain occurs in the summer.
Tell me about it.
And in the past, this tournament actually has such bad luck. It's always rained out on that. Like the Sunday is always pushed back a couple hours because Saturday night it just rains.
Yep, and that was the case. Just enough to make the fields wet enough that they needed some extra manicuring.
Yep.
And so shifted a couple hours here, but other than that, we should get this game in until the sun sets. 2-2. Ground ball to second. Schumacher will gobble it and make the play. 2 down. And it's really, Linda talked about the volunteers and the family members, that if something like that happens, we saw what happened early this morning. You just call more family members. You know, some of them are in Oklahoma, no problem. We want to make sure that the tournament runs well while we're down here back home. They get other people to jump in and help.
And it's not like these people are waking up at noon. There are games at 7 a.m. They were waking up at 4 getting here. And that just shows some dedication for the program.
It does. Slicer into right center. It's cut off
Great
by
play.
the center fielder, Lopez. And so Schaefer aboard with a 2-out single. And Leith will be the hitter. Her first AB grounded out to the second baseman. Boy, Paige Alt, after she got her run back, she was really looking forward to just a 1-2-3 inning. Get her hitters back up there and get her out of the circle staring into that sun. But the single prevents that, and now another one will keep her out there a little bit longer. Back-to-back singles. Schaefer and Leith, 2 aboard with 2 down. And it flips the lineup card over. Kilby will get a swing here.
Alt has some great ideas and great placement with her pitches, but Cyclones are just taking advantage of strikes and hitting it where it should be.
Kilby a single in 2 trips. That went out of the zone, 1-0. Quick chat. I assume that's Dad. They have the same last names. I shouldn't assume.
You never know.
I'm guessing though Kilby, they're related, not just a coincidence. Might have been making family plans after the tournament. Where are we going to eat that?
After we win.
After
Never
we
know.
Never know. 1-1.
It is a close game still.
That one inside down around the shoe tops.
the beauty of softball. You never know who's going to win until the last out.
Back to Alt. Retires Kilby. And the side retired. Family affair here on Father's Day. Father, daughter. Oh, yeah. Got little noogies in the
related.
helmet. Yep. 3-2 our score. We're back here in Wilmot, and our thanks, a tip of the cap to Rush Media. That's our guys in the truck who are hiding, but they're hiding in the cool air. And earlier, that's Rudy. Took one to the headset. Morgan. That's Brandon.
That's Brandon.
That's Brandon, yeah. He's got the facial hair. And all our guys, they're out here in the hot sun. Some of them got cool hats, but they have been troopers as well here early in the morning as well, just like the folks that are up early manicuring the fields. Our guys were here setting up shop and in the truck and on the cameras and making us look good.
Yep.
Schumacher, the second baseman, leads it off for Oak Park. They trail 3-2. Lopez will follow, then Stees the catcher. Did you confirm that for us, father and daughter? Did you?
The second baseman, I think. Second baseman, yep.
Yeah. The Kilbys, right?
Yeah. Your assumption was correct.
All right. Schumacher was a strikeout victim in the second against Ellingson.
Not everyone has that last name. Not like a Smith or a Jones.
All right. And there's another K in the books to kickstart the fourth. 1 up and 1 down. Strikeout number 3 for Ellingson. And that one just a clothesline in. And Schumacher tried to go up top and slap it in the right field. Could not. Now Lopez was hitting in the number 9 slot. She was our center fielder, of course, who ran into the wall. And Kendall Hastings replaced her in center field and is replacing her here in the 9 spot. Fouls it back up and over the netting. So I thought I spotted Kendall in center field, but wasn't sure way out there. But now, indeed, and Amanda, I'm sure the wrist just started to swell up, and when it does, and she probably didn't feel the pain when she was out there and took those warm-up tosses, but then after you sit for a little bit.
Yep, stiffens up a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's so early in the summer. You don't want to risk anything now.
Exactly. There she is in the dugout. You saw her. She did not want to come out of this game, but I'm sure when you see what happens if you missed it, this is her going back on the home run ball. She put that right arm bar up, trying to brace herself, knew it was coming, but still hit her hard. She stayed in, finished out the inning, but replaced here in the fourth. Schaefer gobbles it up, makes the throw, and a great scoop by Leith on the other end. Good stretch, and shows the softball for the second out.
Yeah, she locates it, gets on one knee, and stretches as far as she can so they can get that out.
And you saw the ball at the end, the little bounce out, but it bounced, it hit the dirt and bounced right back into the glove in time to get the runner.
Schaefer knew she needed a hustle to get that girl out. These teams are fast.
Center field and deep. Lang going back, watch out, and had it and dropped it. Kept it in the park, though, and gets it in a hurry. She almost came up with a spectacular catch. And just couldn't finish the process. Had it in the glove, and that fence, boy, that's been a demon out there. It rattled it out. And that was Lopez, who knows all about that fence. And then this, almost in the exact same place, and Lang almost made the catch. That's been the, she put a big X out there. A lot has happened. So Stees gets the double off the wall, inches away from putting it out of here. That would have tied it up at 3. And also inches away from Lang making the catch to end the inning. Lisi out of the hitter now. Get one back to the pitcher. Take one more look. Had it, and then the fence dislodges it. The vibration hitting it that hard. That close. And the double for Stees. Out there with 2 down. Doesn't matter. She'll be stranded as Ellingson strikes out a pair in the 4th inning. And Kenosha, they retain their lead here in the 18U championship game. 3-2 our score after 4.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Lots of action already here in this 18U championship game. Good game, in fact, as we go to the 5th. Kenosha clinging to a 3-2 lead. Action with the Wisconsin Lightning 18U squad. They're in Oklahoma playing on the big field. Trailing, they'll have to rally. Down 3-0 in the 2nd inning.
They can do it. Great team.
A lot of softball left, indeed. Lang leads it off here for Kenosha. Then Ellingson and Reeves. Alt put a 0 on the scoreboard in the 4th, but got the first 2 hitters quickly. 2 ground balls. Then it was single, single, and another ground ball, but because of the base hits, had to work extra hard, drag that inning out. Here's another ground ball. Nelson fires and punched out. And how about the backhanded snag by Ziegler on the other end? Nicely done on both ends. 1 down to get Lang.
Once again, she just gobbles it up again, and she knows she has to throw super fast right away because the runner is so speedy. So when she does that, she kind of threw to the ground a little bit, but that's all right because she has some great defense with her.
Yep. Here's Ellingson. 2-run home run back in the 3rd inning. It gave Kenosha the lead. And you mentioned it last time. We've seen pitchers all day long here. 14, 16, and now 18. Where the pitchers aren't just one-trick ponies. Hey, I pitch, you guys handle the offense. No, they have brought their bats this afternoon and this evening. Out in front of that one. Good pitch from Paige Alt. Same thing. Same place.
And that just shows a pitcher's confidence. When she's down 2-0 in a count and she goes with that changeup, that just shows that she's confident as a pitcher and she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, worked the first time. Let's try it again. Count goes full now. See if Alt goes back to it. And tried, but missed. So a walk to her counterpart. And the catcher Reeves steps in, 0 for 2. Couple of groundouts on her scorecard today. Left center, up, over, and out. Boy, did she tee off on that one. 2-run home run for Reeves. And just like that, 5-2 Kenosha. Courtney Reeves. Great power to all fields. And that one would have gone out anywhere on this field.
Like I was talking about all day, these pitchers and these hitters, they kind of understand each other. The hitters know what the pitchers need to pitch a strike to get ahead. And these pitchers know that these batters are ready to hit. So they're both kind of at this tug of war.
Yeah.
And in that situation, the batter just won.
And that was it. Pitching change on the way. They'll bring in Kaylee Schumacher. She'll get her warm-up tosses here. One more look at Reeves, who on the first pitch, and you made a great point here. She lost Ellingson in the battle, walked her, so you know, well, at least Reeves knew that a strike was coming because she wanted to try to get ahead of the hitter, made her pay.
I love her big leg kick. That just shows how much confidence she has as a batter. That's like an MLB swing. That's great.
With MLB results. So Schumacher, who was at second base, will replace Alt here. And Hastings, who was in center field, who replaced Lopez, goes to second base. And I think that'll put Alt in center field. Somewhere. We'll get you caught up. And the first pitch from Schumacher is a strike to Garces. Fouled off. I think Lisiata, who was in right field, has moved to center field, and that means Alt is in right. So if you're scoring at home, keeping track, Lisiata in center, Alt in right, Schumacher at pitch, Hastings at second, I think.
And Schumacher's going to try to keep it lower. She loves her off speed, but it's that drop curve that she has that's really effective.
Doesn't have the cage, just the sunglasses and the headband in the circle. Lost the grip there. She went, tried to get a little bit more moisture to.
Yep.
Never got a good feel there. 1-2.
She's going for that curve.
In the other box, 2-2. So the big bats in the 3 and 4 spots in this Kenosha Cyclone spot, they have done the damage. Done what they're quote-unquote paid to do. Ellingson, a 2-run home run. Reeves, a 2-run home run. 4 of the 5 runs right there. Just mistimed it, Garces. She's 0 for 2 today with a strikeout and a liner. Hitting here with the bases clean and 1 down. Again, she tries to go oppo, and that's where she's been trying to poke it into left field. We'll take the walk instead. So another runner on for the Cyclones with one down, and Wallach the shortstop. Cassie is 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts today. Her coach says that Cassie's got that good softball IQ. Good thinker. In there for a strike. How is your IQ?
Top notch.
Okay. See, I would expect nothing less.
Thank you.
But coaches recognize that. They don't just throw that term out and say everybody has a good IQ.
Of course. It's not something that it's easy to learn.
Farah with the snag out at second, and that's all they'll get the lead runner. Nicely done by Farah to get the second out. 2 down, and Ramos will be the hitter. Watch the slide coming into second. Got to make that double play difficult. If you're going to get it, you're going to have to earn it.
One of the unwritten rules of softball.
Ramos has a double in 2 trips. Takes a strike there. Yeah, not everybody has the high softball IQ, but not everybody has to. Sometimes it's just natural ability, right? The athletic ability. It's kind of the chemistry of the team. You don't want a whole bunch of thinkers. You don't want to have a team of thinkers. And you don't always have to have all the best athletes. If you got a good mix, thinkers, natural athletes with natural ability.
Right.
Grinders, you know.
Everyone has their own job on the team.
Yeah.
That's for sure. I love the energy of Steve's back there, don't you? Every single pitch, she's jumping up and down.
Yeah.
That's what a pitcher needs. That's great.
You being a catcher, you recognize how she stays engaged in the game, like right there. Snagged it, jumped up, dared the runner to try to take second base. 2-2. Off the handle, it drops behind the circle, and everyone's going to be safe. That was just no man's land. Nothing anybody could do. Nelson and Hastings both converged, but by then everyone was on the bases, including Ramos, who gets an infield single.
Yeah, she has some crazy spin on this hit, and even the talented shortstop has a hard time grabbing that ball. And by then, everyone's safe.
So 2 aboard with 2 down. Schaefer, the hitter, drove in a run with an RBI single in the second. Has an opportunity here if she can find some green. Fights it off foul. Yeah, the crazy spin you saw, I liken it to, you'll see golfers on the PGA Tour when they drop one on the green and they somehow have that spin where it can just plop down, and instead of rolling off the green, it spins back. And you'll see that in softball many times too.
Sometimes it doesn't work in your favor and it rolls foul, but sometimes like that, it's just a no man's land, like you said, and no team can do anything about it.
Yep. Just when the fielder thinks it's going to spin towards them, it takes a detour.
Goes right back to the pitcher.
Yep. 2-2 here. Bouncer to short. Look out. A lot of traffic over there. Makes the play at first as Ziegler stays with it. But a pair of runs for the Kenosha Cyclones. A 2-run jack by their catcher. Reeves goes deep, and the lead is 5-2.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
Train the brain.
use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Alex Grassi, who helps coach the 16U team for the Wisconsin Lightning, he's part of the folks at Ferrogas, and they are now hiring A-class hazmat drivers, full-time, part-time positions, both available. Go to ferrogas.com to apply and learn more. Bottom of 5 in Oak Park. They've got their work cut out for them now, trailing by 3. The pitching change kept it at 5-2, but the damage was done prior on a 2-run home run. And Alt will be the hitter, trying to start something to get her team back in it on the scoreboard. Takes the ball low. Singled her last time up. That was an RBI single in the 3rd. Page watches it in and takes a strike, 1-1. Got her dance going once again. Then it stops. I mean,
Yeah, when she's ready to rock, she's done.
yeah, it's a rhythm rock, and then when it's time, it's like a quick stop and then loads to get ready. Fisted in the air. Schaefer calls and catches, and Alt is retired, 1 down.
I know what it is, Bob. Remember? I was talking about how I sing a song
Yeah.
every time I'm up to bat.
Right.
She's probably doing the exact same thing.
Oh, here you go. See? We just set it to music, and it fits.
There we go.
That's all she needed.
See, it's a trend.
Problem there, it was the wrong tune, so she popped up for the first out. Nelson to right with some juice. Ramos going back, looking up. It's gone. So Nelson with a solo home run. That'll cut in to that Cyclone lead. It makes it 5-3. Going Oppo, and no problem clearing the fence. So the cleanup hitters cleaning it up.
Yeah, she just clears her hips, puts her hands through, and extends, and the ball does all the work.
Look how low she is.
Yep. Hips get all the way face toward the pitcher.
Compact swing, but some synergy behind it. 5-3 now. Ziegler is the hitter. So Oak Park chipping away here. Victimized by the long ball, but it helps them out here. That'll stay in the park. It's actually going to drop on the green in left field for a base hit. There's that spin again. It just died off the bat, and Garces came running in, Wallach from shortstop, and neither one could get there for the putout.
Nothing you can do about those.
Fair, the third baseman. 2 for 2. Singles in the 2nd and the 3rd. Batting here in the 5th. She represents the tying run at the moment. Two 2-0 from Ellingson. Ellingson, she's had a couple quick, quiet innings, and then others where she faces several hitters, like in the 2nd and 3rd. 6 came to the plate in the 2nd, 7 in the 3rd. Each time Oak Park only got 1 run. So Ellingson very fortunate to dance around the trouble, and that's back to our defensive theme. When you've got good defense, it helps you to wiggle out of trouble. In the 3rd, Oak Park left the bases loaded, in fact. So there were opportunities. Some runs were out there for the taking. Another one out there now. Ziegler at first. Farah battling. Count full. and it'll stay that way. One aboard, one down, a run in on a home run by the shortstop Nelson. Windmills looking for more. And they have more on the base pass. 2 aboard. Farah draws the walk. Ziegler down to second. Now the tying runs on at first and second. And Bashada will be the hitter. Singled in the first run for Oak Park back in the second inning. Shallow left, and no one catches it. Garces and Wallach again converging. Almost got the force out at third, which is pretty heads up, considering both players were laying in the grass.
And that runner had to stop at 2 because she didn't know if they're going to catch or not.
Right.
So that's why it's such a close play.
So now they're loaded for the Windmills, and Schumacher will be the hitter. Ziegler at third. Farah is out at second. Bashada at first. And there's a conference in the circle to talk over the situation. So they'll keep Ellingson in. Little pep talk. Mark Solberg, final instructions for his Oak Park base runners. Schumacher today, 0 for 2. She struck out both times. That would be a handy put out for Ellingson if she can get it again, because she needs a K. Gonna go to work on the 8-hitter here and then work on number 9. Oh, 1 pitch. 1-1. And remember Lopez, who was in center field batting 9th. She's been replaced by Hastings. She waits on deck. Back to the screen, foul. So Ellingson up 1-2. She'll take a double play ball or a comebacker. That could get a force at the plate, but ideally a strikeout, and then you can work with 2 outs. And there it is. Right on cue. Caught the corner.
Ain't your first rodeo.
And it's not Ellingson's either. Came up with a terrific pitch here. Still loaded for the Windmills. 2 down now. Hastings the hitter. She came on to hit in the 4th inning to replace the center fielder Lopez. Grounded out in that lone AB. High in the sky. Foul territory. Who wants it? The shortstop, Wallach, catches it. And for the second time today, the Windmills lead the bases loaded. They do get a run here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Our score now after 5. 5-3. Kenosha.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Title tilt here in the 18U final. 5-3 Kenosha in front of Oak Park. 6th inning on tap. Leith for the Cyclones will lead it off. Then top of the order, Kilby and Lang. And looks like another pitching change. Yep, third pitcher of the day here. As Bashada will come in from left field. So defensively, I'm a mess here, but it'll be Bashada replacing Schumacher. Here in the 6th inning, going to get her warm-up tosses. And so they got to run back. The key here, try to find an arm who can keep it at 5. And it's mix and match in the outfield now. It started with Bashada in left, Lopez in center, and Lisiada in right. So now we've got Stees out there. Lisiaga, and is it Ziegler out there?
I think that's a great call by Oak Park to put another pitcher, because there's nothing wrong with always putting another pitcher in, especially late in the game. See what these Cyclones can do.
Yeah, Stees goes from catcher out to left field, and that's because Alt is now behind the plate. She was our starting pitcher.
Really shaking it up here.
The hope is that even though all the defensive changes here, that hey, they're only down 2 runs. The object here is, we know a lot of you are in different positions from the start of the game, but just bear down here now. And a strikeout here by Bashada in her first stint in the circle. 1 down.
She waits back, but this just keeps carrying outside more and more and more, and by that time the batter's hands are already extended, and it's too hard to get the bat on the ball.
Top of the order, and Kilby, 4th time through the order for her. A single in 3 trips today.
And see, it's great when you put in a new pitcher at this part of the game, because it's like it's the first inning again. Hitters have to start brand new.
Kilby patient here in that leadoff spot. Working the count 3-1.
She's really comfortable with that off-speed pitch.
Bouncer to short. Nelson has been busy today. Fires. Gets the put up. 2 down. And now Lang, the hitter. Coming right at you with the throw. Plenty of time. Carly Lang today walked and scored in the 3rd. Hitting here with the bases clean and 2 down. Bashada never had the handle there. Now we had our starting pitcher, Paige Ault, who had all the gear on. Remember the face mask,
the bow,
everything. And then Schumacher just came on then, and she just had the sunglasses. Here's Bashada. Nothing.
Nothing.
No shades, no cage. Just the headband to keep the hair out of the eyes, but
sometimes that's all you need.
And sometimes those cages, whether it's the pitcher or the infielders, it throws their game off.
Yep.
And they just can't deal with. They'd rather have the comfort level than the protection. Mom and Dad wish it would stay on for the dental plan. But whatever works. 3-2 pitch again, slapped up the middle. My heart was pounding as we're talking about the not wearing the cage, and Bashada watched it sail by her face. So. All good, though, as Lang gets the 2-out single.
Yeah, Lang just sees the pitch. She knows it's going to be right down the middle, and she waits back and puts it right into the center.
So she's aboard with 2 down. Gives Ellingson another swing here. That was a dangerous proposition back in the third, a 2-run home run. And then in the 5th, she walked. And Reeves, who's waiting behind her, hit a 2-run home run. Floats a strike in there, does Bashada. So 2 down. And that should get him out of the inning. Indeed it does. They retire the pitcher. 0 on the scoreboard in the middle of the 6th. And it stays Kenosha in front, 5-3.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Back here in Wilmot, Wisconsin. Final day and final game of the 2015 Battle of the Borders, sponsored by Wisconsin Lightning Club. 5-3 our score. Final warm-up tosses for Ellingson, who she has left them stranded, left the Windmills stranded with the bases loaded twice, including the last inning. That was a real good scoring opportunity, and one that they may look back and say, ouch, that's one that we needed to get more runs. But still some opportunities here. 6 outs left, trailing by 2. Stees will lead it off. She was catching. Now she's in the outfield for Oak Park. Sawed it off to the first baseman, Leith. 1 pitch, 1 down. And Lisiata will be the hitter. 3 at-bats. 0 for 2 with a sacrifice. Ellingson pounds the strike in.
You can tell she's grooving now. She's getting her strikes right away. She knows her defense is behind her.
Screamer, but foul down the left side. Pitchers and catchers sense that too. They start counting outs when it gets late in the game, don't they?
Yep.
Everyone becomes more in tune, more aware of, okay, where's the tying run? As long as you don't see it at the plate or on the base paths, you've got a little space, a little breathing room here, and that's the case for the Cyclones. But that can change on one swing.
Yeah, these girls just need to make sure they don't get too anxious and still playing the ball they've been playing all day, and they'll be fine.
Left field and on the foul side once again.
This one's yours, 2-4. It's all yours, 2-4, right now.
Lisiata working here against the number 2 hitter. Alt waits on deck. To third, Schaefer on the run, makes the catch, or rather makes the play. 2 down. And Alt will be the hitter. RBI single for her in the third. This is where Kenosha wants her hitting with nobody on the base paths. Less danger involved.
Mm-hmm.
Real step, Liz. Coming hard, though. Coming hard, Liz.
Up around the face mask there. Our guys in the truck, they'll try a different cut of music here, see if that makes a difference. High in the air foul towards our truck. Maybe she's got a request for our guys. Nelson, who hit the 2-run, or rather the solo home run in the 5th, is on deck. She's hoping that Alt can reach. And that would make her the tying run at the plate with some power. Strike and a beauty pitch right there, 1-2. So Ellingson, Kenosha, they're aware of Nelson on deck. Needing to make the play, get that final out here of the frame. Wallach can do it. Nope, can't. Threw it away on the other end. So Alt will reach on the error, and that scenario is set now. Here's Nelson. Solo home run, her last time at bat in the 5th. If she can repeat the performance, we're all even.
We've seen it all day. The pressure that the infield's under with these speedy runners, they have to get the ball out of their hands as fast as they can.
And how many times have we seen infielders today make plays like this where they do everything right? Oh, there's the home run from Nelson. I beg your pardon. That made it 5-3, but how many times have we seen infielders, they make the play, they do everything right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the runner's just that much quicker.
That's how the softball games has evolved.
Yeah.
And when you get more toward the West Coast, everyone's faster and faster, and that's how the Midwest is trying to improve.
And if you guess right and try and play in, okay, but then the hitter might smack it past you, and then you've got even bigger problems.
Better have your mask on.
You better. 3-0 to Nelson, working carefully here. But if she's aboard, then the tying runs are aboard on the base pass. See what Ellingson does here. Got out of the jam, that's what she does. On a 3-0 pitch, Nelson got the green light, fouled it off, side retired for Oak Park, who gets nothing. Score stays 5-3 Kenosha.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
All right, 7th inning, possibly the final frame of this 18U championship. Kenosha up 5-3. Let's go back to that last pitch. 3-0. Nelson gets the green light. What kind of pitch is this, Elena?
You know, it's kind of hard to tell. It's for sure curving, but it's also going high, which that means that the batter needs to try to get her hands up higher, but it's really hard to do. When it looks like it's curving, you think all you need to do is get your hands inside, but on that one, you also need to get your hands high. And because of that, that's why she popped up.
And certainly Oak Park, you want a green light, one of your best hitters.
Of course.
She just hit a home run with authority the last time up.
Yep.
And to her, that looked like something she could handle at first blush. But then a little movement there at the end, fouled it out for the final out. All right, top of the 7th for Kenosha. Reeves with a smash to the third baseman, Farah, quickly, 1 up and 1 down. And for the Cyclones, 2-run cushion. It's nice. They would like more here.
We talked about before the game. Both these teams, their hitting and pitching is great, but their defense, it's really helped both these teams out. What, only 1 error all game from both teams combined? It's great.
Yeah, everyone was correct in telling us that their defenses, these girls get it done, and they have delivered.
Especially the left side. Shortstop and third base have really impressed me.
Nelson backing up Farah. Not in time. That was not Garces hitting there. That was actually number 12, and we'll dig that young lady's name out for you. Alyssa Lacey. So pinch hitting for Garces, and that move pays off. Now Wallach smacks it, and it's a double play ball. So just like that, trouble, and then out of the inning, and now bottom of the 7th for Oak Park. They need 2 to tie to extend this game, 3 to win it in walk-off fashion.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
All right, final gasp, perhaps, for the Windmills from Oak Park, Illinois. We shall see. They need 2 to tie here in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5, 6, and 7 are scheduled. It's Ziegler, the first baseman, Farrer, the third baseman, and Bashada, who started in the outfield, is in the circle now, but that's the batting order. Those are the 3 that are scheduled to hit here for Oak Park, trailing by 2. And Ellenson, you saw her shade her eyes with the glove. That sun is at the most difficult angle now. You can even see it right there from our center field camera. It's right in the face of the pitcher. Ziegler's been on all 3 times today. She's been a pest. A couple of singles and a walk. Scored on the first single back in the 2nd inning. Her job now is to get a board. It's anybody's job for Oak Park to get a board. Because you need that tying run at the plate. Down 0-2. Ellingson calls everybody off. Takes it herself, 1 down. And the third baseman, Farah, will step in. She's been on 3 times today. 2 singles and a walk. Fouls that one off.
Off the line, go towards car.
The batters for Oak Park that have caused the most problem today, middle of the order, and then the 6-7 hitters as well. Farah and Bashada have been on 6 times combined. Schumacher and Hastings hitting in the 9 slot. If they get down there, then that means Oak Park has a shot. Ellingson ahead 0-2. Good battle here. Farah staying alive, making contact. And you can see just how tough that sun is right now. Before, it was just a nuisance making the pitchers sweat. Now it's this big fireball directly in your eyes. And Courtney, no shades for her as the ball skips away.
In the 7th inning, when you're down as a batter, it's important to be really patient. Look for a pitch you can really drive into the outfield, get some base runners. Try not to. In the 1st and 2nd inning, it's okay to kind of chase and see what happens. But now you know what the pitcher has, you know what to lay off of, and you need to find a pitch you like.
Chased after that one. And just got a piece, otherwise Ellingson was all set to ring up that strikeout. But we'll do it again.
Come on now.
1-2, rock and fire. Fouled back. One more time.
You gotta take her now. Come on now, 2-4.
10 hits for Oak Park. They've been scattered, as they say, and that truly is the case. Left the bases loaded twice. Foul tip into the mitt of Reeves. And the strikeout, a big punch out there, 2 down. And Bashada, maybe the last chance here for Oak Park.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch. That's that curve rise again. You don't really know where it's going to go. You think it might come back into your hands, so you keep them in, but it's just crazy. Tough to hit.
It is crazy.
I don't even know how to describe it.
No,
I've never seen it before.
Ask the batters. They'll say the same thing. Bashada takes a strike. What's crazy is Oak Park and the LOB line here. They've left 10 on base in this 6 innings and now into the 7th inning. And that's been the bugaboo for them. They've had scoring opportunities. Left runners on base in every inning except the first. So it was there for the taking, but Ellingson found ways to get that 3rd out, used the defense behind her. Now just a strike away. High in the air, is it playable? That's the question. It was, but it drops between Leith and Reeves.
Might have lost in the sun there. Or the shadow. I don't know.
No, I think you're exactly right. It was in the sun and then came down in the shadows.
Yeah, that's tough. And they're both kind of at awkward angles getting to the ball, first base and catcher. And the dugout's really close.
Yep. So a reset here for Bashada. Smack just foul. Just inches to the left of that 3rd base bag. One more time for Bashada. Try to find a way to reach base. That's all the Windmills are asking for right now. Delivers. Base hit to left. So with 2 down, a runner on, the tying run comes to the plate for Oak Park.
Like I said, it's never over until there's 3 outs in the bottom of the 7th.
And Schumacher was scheduled to hit. She struck out 3 times. So going to Monica Williams here. Trying to keep the game alive. Fights it off foul. That last out, that last strike, it's the toughest.
And we talked about the shifts and the different positions that all the players have been playing on Oak Park. On here, we have 10 of their 11 players play more than one position on the team. That's great.
And I think we've seen them in every position, too. It's defensively switches galore, including 3 girls who have been in the circle today. 2-1 now to Williams. Not just Ellingson shitting her eyes. Everyone out there in blue and gray. Infielders, outfielders, they're all getting that direct sun.
Catcher's fine, though. She's enjoying it.
And Reeves, she's been broiling with all the tools of ignorance. And right there, you see what happened? Threw the ball back, and it was in line with the sun, and Ellingson never saw it. That's how bad the angle is at this time of day. So another
Almost
reason.
horizontal.
Yeah, another reason for Kenosha to just say, let's get out of here. Let's get that final
right here,
out.
2 strikes.
Yes, missed. Oohs and ahs from the crowd. It was that close. Count is full.
That's a great pitch when you have 2 strikes. Get the batter off her toes and possibly a strikeout.
Runner will be on the move here. In the air, shallow center, Lane comes in, calls, catches, ball game. The Kenosha Cyclones are 18U champions of the Battle of the Borders, sponsored by the Wisconsin Lightning here in Wisconsin. And a well-fought game here with the ladies from Oak Park. 5-3 the final. And the good game handshakes at home plate before the presentation of the hardware. We'll take a break, step aside, and show you the winners getting their trophy. Once again, 5-3 the final here in the 18U championship.
Imagine a place where dining out never requires reservations and paradise is as close as your patio. Let Hal Quistone provide the fuel for your imagination and the power to transform your home into a dream home. Hal Quistone, rocking America since 1929.
We use Total Control balls. Why don't you?
Season starts now. Training never ends. Visit us at TotalControlSports.com.
Well, there you go. To the victor go the spoils. The cup that Elena had, she's turned it over to the Kenosha Cyclones. They earned it, got the 5-3 victory. Final thoughts, Elena, on this one. I think Ellingson, we talked about her dancing in and out of trouble. She bends but doesn't break in the circle for the Cyclones today.
Yeah, I'm very impressed. She started the game out really strong, 0 hits, and then she had a couple innings where she had a couple people left on base,
right.
And you know, she really used that curve rise we keep talking about. We don't even know how to describe it, but it's that one pitch that gets the batter on her toes. They don't know where it's going to exactly go, and by the time it gets to home plate, they swing and miss because it's so much movement.
Yeah, she picked her spots to use that pitch in her arsenal. Her defense was solid. They get the victory, 5-3 the final. All right, that'll do it for my partner, Elena Konkar. And our entire crew, they were terrific. Bob Brainerd saying so long from Wilmot, Wisconsin, and 2015 Battle of the Borders here, courtesy of Rush Media Company. Until next year, Bob Brainerd saying good night and thanks for watching.